Hello, Jaguar students. It's your friendly neighborhood math teacher, Mr. Allred. This is EOG Review Bowling number 2 on expressions and equations. We're going to get started today with a couple of notes. This is just a review of Unit 3 and Unit 4. All I'm going to do for you today is talk about just 3 big things we talked about in those units. I'm going to do 2 practice problems for you. That's going to be the end of my video. Okay. When we talked about Unit 3 and Unit 4, expressions and equations and inequalities, we talked about combining like terms, the distributive property, and solving inequalities, among lots of other things. But these are 3 things we talked about. When you combine like terms, you might see a math sentence just like this one, 4x plus 7 plus 3x minus 4. Your job is to combine the terms that you can put together, the like ones. You can put 4x and 3x together. You can put 7 and minus 4 together. 4x plus 3x is 7x. And 7 minus 4 is positive 3. So you can write your final expression as 7x plus 3. Look at that. I just combined some like terms. Okay. We also talked about the distributive property. We talked about a problem just like this one, 3 times 5x plus 2. Remember, we said this was 3 groups of 5x plus 2, and what we did was we actually multiplied that outside 3 by both things inside the parentheses. 3 times 5 is 15. And 3 times 2 is 6. That addition sign right there in the middle is going to stay the same because there's a positive number on the outside. So that would be my final answer for that one. Okay. It's also possible to have a negative outside the parentheses. When that happens, it's almost the same, but that sign in the middle is going to change. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x, and negative 2 times positive 8 is negative 16. So we can write our final expression as negative 6x minus 16. Okay. Any questions about the distributive property? Usually that would have an equal sign with another number on the other side, and you had to solve that equation. But that's how you do the distributive property. Okay. When we solved inequalities, we said 2 things. We said it was the same as solving equations, keeping both sides balanced, doing the inverse operation to get the variable by itself. But we also said when you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to flip the inequality sign. That was probably the most important rule about inequalities that we talked about in Unit 4. Okay, so I'm going to do those 2 practice problems for you, 2 of those on the front. The first one says, which expression is equivalent to negative 4 times x plus 2 minus half of 2x minus 6? These are 2 distributive property situations, and we're going to just combine the like terms after we simplify them. I'm going to do negative 4 times x and negative 4 times 2, and I'm going to get negative 4x minus 8. And I'm going to keep the subtraction sign in the middle. And I'm going to do half of 2x. That's where I got x from. And half of minus 6 is where I got 3 from. The reason I put a plus sign there is because I had a minus sign multiplied by another minus sign. So I had to have a plus sign after I combine those things together. Now I have some like terms I can combine. I can put this negative 4x and the minus x together. Negative 4x minus 1x is negative 5x. I have this minus negative 8 plus 3. Negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. I can write it as minus 5. So my final expression there is negative 5x minus 5. That's answer choice B. So I would want to choose answer choice B if I was looking at that first practice problem. Okay. We also solved inequalities in Unit 4. We usually drew a line down the middle, so we knew we had to keep both sides of our equation balanced. We usually drew a line right down the middle, just like that. Okay. If the variable has 42 being subtracted from it, you want to do the opposite of that. You're going to add 42 to both sides. When you add 42 to the left side, that's going to cancel that out, and you're going to be left with just that negative 3x. When you add 42 to positive 3, you get positive 45. So then you have negative 3 times x is greater than 45. You would want to divide both sides by negative 3. When you divide the left side by negative 3, you're going to cancel out your constant, or your coefficient, and you divide the right-hand side by negative 3, you're going to get negative 15. Remember way back at the beginning of the notes, we said that when we multiply or divide by a negative, we're going to flip our inequality sign. So we're going to do that. Okay. We're going to divide by that negative. We're going to get negative 15, and we're going to flip the inequality sign from greater than, look at it, to less than. So it has been flipped because we divide by that negative. Therefore, our answer choice better be the one that says x is less than negative 15. Answer choice D. Please note that this EOG threw this answer choice in there for you. Answer choice C, which is the right answer with the wrong inequality sign. So they are trying to trick you there. It's important to pay attention when you're reading these EOG questions. Okay? Whenever you divide or multiply by a negative in an inequality problem, you have to flip the sign. All right? I really appreciate your hard work and your efforts to listening to this video. Please enjoy the rest of your stay here at Hotel de la Allred. Thank you very much. Have a great day.